Hello friends, I am Dr. Ramshankar Tiwari, PGT English, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sivni. First of all, I would like to extend my profound sense of gratitude towards Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, Regional Office Jabalpur, for giving me this opportunity to prepare e-content on speech writing. Writing. Writing is an art. Before we deal with speech writing, we would like to have a discussion about writing section, how to hone writing skill. So let's begin with a well-known quotation by Francis Bacon. Reading makes a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. If you would like to become an exact man, you should learn how to write effectively. So let's try to develop a flair for honing writing skill. So in the question paper, there are two questions, question 5 and 6. They are known as very long answer questions. There will be two compositions based on visual and verbal inputs. They may be descriptive or argumentative in nature, such as an article, a debate, a speech, or a report. Two very long answer questions. They contain internal choice. They are to be answered in 150 to 200 words. Contemporary topical issues to be a part of speech and debate writing. They carry 20 marks, 10 marks each. So to get very good marks in writing section, one should need to have a good knowledge of current affair, and I would like to suggest read English newspaper, magazine, and other things that will help you to have better knowledge for current affairs. As I told you that these two questions carry 20 marks, that is 25% of the question paper. Therefore, they are to be attempted with utmost care and attention. Means there should be no negligence. English as a subject question paper has always been the game changer in board results. Many students are greatly benefited by good English, while on the other side, there are some students who score well in other subjects and are left behind in overall percentage because they neglect English. Life is like a garden, you reap what you sow, by Paulo Coelho. So the suggestion is here that we should give equal attention and care for all the subjects. Sometimes due to their special liking for main subjects or about their career choice, they give more time to main subjects, and because of that Hindi and English remain untouched and they lose the marks. So to get very good marks in writing section, there is one coder plan that may help you to ensure maximum marks. Here, coder plan may be a panacea to obtain maximum marks. Coder is a process used for cultivating good writing skills. Here I would like to tell you, before some years, there was a book, main course book in class 9th by CBSE. So the detailed description about coder plan is given there. So if you want, you can refer there. Now let me explain you what coder plan is and how it should be used. So the moment we read the question, we should not start attempting the answer. First of all, we should wait for some minutes following the coder plan. Like C stands for collecting information regarding your topic. Once you read the question, you start collecting ideas what is required to be written. Then O stands for organizing all your content that you have collected. After collecting information, you have to organize them systematically, which idea may be in the front or like that. Then D stands for drafting your content roughly at once. After organizing ideas, you can write those ideas and then E stands for editing. After having all that one, you can edit everything, and then R stands for redrafting, revising your content, that is rechecking your content. Once you collected the information, then organized the information, then drafted it, then edited, then you can revise everything, and now you are ready to answer the question. Then it's sure that your answer will be better. Always do remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So planning is required there before you are going to attempt the answer. The better your writing skills are, the better the impression you will make on the examiner. So when we write the answer, we should try to write our answer examiner friendly. Then he will be feeling happy to, you can say, give you more marks or award more marks. For these two composition based very long answer questions, peruse the last year's question papers along with model answer and prepare accordingly. So you can collect few question papers and then marking scheme, and then see how the answers are given there, so that you can practice, and it will help you to get maximum marks. Get a rough idea of the current status of the day-to-day problems and current hot events going on. So reading newspaper and magazines help. Try and be grammatically correct. Avoid common mistakes of grammar and form rational sentences. Sentences should be meaningful. They should be logically connected. Don't just write anything. Then try and give a balanced viewpoint stating the pros and cons of the subject. Both sides can be referred there. Stick to the prescribed word limit. So word limit is very important. Sometimes some students being tempted because they think that they have got a lot of ideas, they keep on writing more. So it is a wastage of time and energy. So this sheer wastage should be avoided. So nota beta, just remember, now this part that I am going to discuss is actually given in the marking scheme when the teacher is supposed to check the board papers. So this is a secret, now it is being disclosed to the students so that they can prepare accordingly and ensure that they are getting very good marks. The word limit given is the suggested minimum word limit. No candidate may be penalized for writing more or less than the suggested word limit, provided the topic is covered adequately. Adequately means sufficiently. Still, you should try to have proper limit. Second point, though marks are allotted especially for content, they should not be awarded in a mechanical manner. So if your content is good, you will be getting very good marks. The remaining part of that one, for instance, if a student has merely mentioned the value points content as per the marking scheme, the examiner should assess whether the content has been expressed or communicated in a coherent or cohesive manner. It means content and expression are perceived as interlinked aspects of writing. So you have to focus on both content part as well as expression part, so that marks will not be lost. Similarly, in these two composition based very long answer questions, writing tasks, credit should be given to creativity in the realm of ideas and language use. So you can use your creativity while you are going to write the answer. What it means for the examiner is that students who think differently and are able to use the language with felicity in terms of structure as well as vocabulary should be given due weightage. So you will get good marks once you are using your own creativity and accuracy in the language. This need not necessarily be seen as leaning towards subjectivity in marking. A proper balance of content expression. Expression includes accuracy, fluency, cohesion, and coherence. Means systematic use of ideas. And creativity would encourage students to aim for higher standards in written communication. Errors in spelling, punctuation, and grammar should be penalized to logical extent. So you may lose the marks if you commit mistakes in these areas. So now we have got one smart step how to get good marks. So this is the smart pattern of getting good marks in writing skills in section B part. So for smart writing, you need to have these steps. First of all, S stands for specific. be precise about what you are going to write, are going to do. Then means be exact what to write and what not to write. Then M, measurable. M stands for measurable. You will know when you have reached your goal. Then A for achievable. Don't attempt too much. A less ambitious but complete objective is better than an over ambitious one that you can't achieve. Then R for realistic. Do you have the necessary resources to achieve the objective? For example, time, skill. So we should ensure whether we have enough time or skill. Then time constant. So the time management is required to be maintained. Determine what each stage needs to be completed. Then note, use of incorrect spellings. uh, See here this spelling. Use of incorrect spellings, just like separate, SEPARATE. Sometimes students write down ACPE like that. So that should be there. Inappropriate punctuation mark. So they should also know where and when to use punctuation. Lack of coordination of ideas, syntax, improper format. Just about format. Suppose you are writing the speech, you have to write down thank you at the end. That should be written at the left side, but some are writing at the right side. That is a wrong format. No adherence to the prescribed word limit. Repetition of words, phrases or expressions, lack of adequate relevant subject matter, etc. are some of the shortcomings which occur while attempting these long composition based very long answer questions. Now the characteristics of a good compositions are: first one is well organized style, second eye catching thematically relevant title. So title should be very much appealing and eye catching, so that it can easily make the examiner understand what has been written. Then division into suitable paragraphs. Then developing in the approved formats, free from redundancy and our excessive use of proverbs, thoughts, idioms and use of bombastic diction. That should be avoided. Now the characteristics of a good composition are writing, rewriting and making changes. Make a final draft. Honing writing skills. Honing means sharpening or weighting. WHETING. Double TING. Weighting. Writing skills persistently is a stepping stone towards perfection. Now we are going to have some useful expressions or words or phrases to enrich writing skills while attempting these two composition based very long answer questions. So when you would like to explain, you can use the following expressions, just like in order to in other words, to put it another way, that is to say, to that end, if you want to add information, you can use conjunctions like moreover, furthermore, then some more expressions, what's more, likewise, similarly, like another key thing to remember, as well as then here adding information to support a point, not only but also coupled with firstly, secondly, thirdly, not to mention, to say nothing. Words and phrases for demonstrating contrast. So here some conjunctions and some expressions are there to help you like this. However, on the other hand, having said that, by contrast, in comparison, then again, that said, at, and if you want to acknowledge reservations, means some doubts are there, then you can use these expressions. Sometimes you may need to acknowledge a short failing. Here are some ways of doing so. Despise this, despite this, don't get confused with despite and despise. That means dislike. With this in mind, provided means in the sense of if, in view of, in light of, nonetheless, nevertheless, notwithstanding. If you want to give example, you can use like that. For instance, to give an illustration, if you want to signify importance, you can use expressions like significantly, notably, importantly. If you want to summarize, you can use expressions like that. In conclusion, above all, persuasive words, compelling, in a nutshell means in short, on the whole, like that you can use. So this much was regarding ways and means how to write answers related to section B, especially for long answers, since speech writing is one of the major questions. Among four items are there: article, speech, report and debate. So this much was given there and explained here so that you can inculcate quality writing skill. Now we are going to deal with speech writing. So as I told you about writing skill, now those tips and tricks will help you to write a good speech. So in this video we have discussed the important aspects of writing skill. Now we are here to continue with speech writing. Writing speech is very similar to writing an essay. And now here friend, essay, generally one meaning is known for us about essay means a kind of paragraph writing. One more meaning as a verb, essay means to try, to attempt, to endeavor, to make attempts. A report, a letter or any type of writing. Now about speech. But the difference is that your words are being heard, not read. In speech what happens, you are going to speak out, there is a target audience that listens to you. The audience is listener and a reader, not a reader. So you only have one chance to get your message across. There is subtle difference in writing a speech as compared to an article. An article, you know about article, we put the title, the name of the writer, then we continue writing about the article. And now but in speech the format is different. We will discuss the format in the coming slides. The speech begins with a formal salutation to the chief guest and the audience. The most challenging task before the speaker is to make the audience interested. Means we have to keep them spellbound and enthralled so that they can enjoy listening to us. A speech ends with a note of thanks to the audience. So this is very important part to conclude this one. Now let's check about the basic structure of a speech. So here we'll discuss the basic structure of a speech. Now let's check out the basic structure of a speech. The introduction should not be very lengthy, it should be short, as it is known to you all. Brevity is the soul of wit. Means be precise. Begin with brief, catchy introduction. Catchy means attractive, appealing, supported by an anecdote, quotation, striking, statistical data, or a thought-provoking question. It decides the fate of the speech. Introduce your topic to the audience clearly. Include adequate supporting data to make it credible and interesting. Have clear idea about the purpose of the speech and the target audience. The main topic should be taken up as quickly as possible. Means after salutation we should come to the topic instead of beating about the bush. Use concrete terms and tangible examples. Avoid abstract phrases which are quite vague. Pause questions. Use interactive expressions like I think, you will agree with me, don't you think that, I'm sure that you will have the same notion. Notion means idea. And nation, you know, country. Does anyone have the opinion that, etc. Conclusion plays a very important role, or you can say vital role, in the success of a speech. Conclusion should be brief, catchy and striking. Give your own conclusion on the topic in a telling manner. Now there are few points to be remembered. Give the title at the top. First thing is that you have to give the title so that the examiner can understand what you have written about. As I told you earlier, your answer should be examiner friendly. Begin with good morning to one and all. Today I, name can be put in bracket, am here to express my views on the topic, or begin with highly esteemed principal sir and my dear friend. Here let me tell you, this spelling up principal, you might know this spelling up principal, Principal. Some children write down Principle, so they get confused. So always remember Principal, principal sir, teachers and my dear friends. I, in bracket you can write name, stand before you to express my views on topic. Then you can put the topic within inverted commas. Here generally present tense is used in writing speech. So present tense is usually used when you write out a speech. Define the topic, give its causes, effects, the present state and remedial measures. Then next point, clarity, organization and systematic presentation of ideas are very important. So language should be clear and it should be understood to the target audience also, and ideas should be systematically arranged. Now continue points to remember. Should be coherent piece, clearly stating a particular point of view, means speech should carry should have a coherent piece, means systematic arranged piece, and it should state a particular point in a very clear manner. Divide the speech into 3 or 4 paragraphs. So according to your own choice you can divide it, and it should be meaningfully written. Don't write anything that may not be acceptable. Then conclude by giving suggestions for improvement, hope for a better future. Be always positive, and since positivity is required when you write down there. Time yourself, means management of time should be kept in mind. Avoid abstract phrases which are quite vague. So nothing should be ambiguous or unclear. Use simple and familiar language. So write down the sentences with simple and familiar language, that is known and common language. Don't go for pedantic language, or you can say bombastic diction. That should be avoided. Some more points to remember. Total agreement or disagreement with the topic should be expressed forcefully. Is what you think should be clearly written. You can use polite sarcasm and humor, but no indecorous language should be used. So some humor can be there, but there should not be any sarcastic attack on anyone. And just see here this spelling of humor. American English HUMOR, but we should try to write down HUMOUR, just like color, COLOUR. We accept British English. So here humor, in slide it is given American English HUMOR. So you try to write HUMOUR. Use argumentative style and logical reasoning. More conversational in tone, since it is a speech, so you should remember that it should be in conversational tone as you are talking to the people. Now some more points to remember. Backup arguments with relevant information. So whatever arguments or idea you are giving or ideas you are giving, they should be properly supported with some relevant information. Nothing should be irrelevant, because it is a sheer wastage of time and energy also, and you don't have anything to achieve if you are writing anything rubbish. At the end write thank you. So see here, thank you, T capital, Y small, and some children write together THANKYOU. So don't write together, and some write down thanking. So please do remember, don't write thanking. Nowadays we write only thank you. Here in class 11th you have read the book Hornbill, page number 110 is there. It is very clearly written. Thanking has become, you can say, is not in the use of use nowadays. So remember only thank you. Use coder judiciously. So it is the best medicine for writing a good answer, since it was suggested by CBSE. So always remember what to write, what not to write. So let's have a quick revision. Coder, C means collect ideas, O means organize ideas, D stands for drafting ideas, E edit ideas, R revise your complete procedure, and then you start reading. It should be judiciously done. Now there are some useful expressions which will help you to write effective sentences, and these conjunctions are there. Some conjunctions will be there. So just conjunctions are helping us to write longer sentences, and they leave a very good impression on the examiner. So conjunction, or we can say connectives, or connectors, or linking words, or joining words, or conjunctives, not conjunctivitis. Both are different. So try to learn every day. You can learn some conjunctions. Just like one day you try to learn the conjunction that is a use of and, second day but, next day moreover. Like that, day by day you can improve. And if you have found some conjunctions in a particular context, you try to follow the same one. It will help you to understand and use it very easily. It will not take more time to get mastery over that. So we have some phrases and some links and conjunctions like that. So we are starting here. In my opinion, then you can add in just example here. In my opinion, child labor should be stopped, it should be abolished. Like that you can start. I believe that, then you can add your sentence. In my mind, then you can add your sentence. It would seem that you can add your sentence. It could be argued that, then you can add your sentence. This suggests that, then you can add your sentence. This proves that, then you can add your sentence. Some more useful expressions I would like to argue. I fail to understand. Suppose an example, I fail to understand why people don't give time to their health. First, they have time for spending on social media, but they make excuses that they don't have time for health. So these things you can use. Some expression just like the golden day is not very far when India may overcome from this global pandemic once we are all together working. Like this, may I ask, I disagree. To put it more simply, what I mean to say is, so what I am saying is, to put it in another way, like that you can use. Some more useful phrases like that, expressions. Uh, how could you be possibly? Do you really think? What would happen if? Could you? Could your conscience cope with? Is it really worth? Do you want to be part of? Are we to believe that? Doesn't everyone know that? For this reason, I feel that, I'm sure that, some believe that, surely you would agree that, no one can deny. Most people would agree that here are two reasons why. This clearly shows that we can see from the evidence that it is certain, a sensible, it would be a good idea to. The truth is that, the fact is that. So these things can help us to write a better speech, and help us fetch good marks, and it will also add beauty in our answer. It may help us to make our answer little more figurative and more appealing. So now we are going to have some more phrases, expressions, or conjunctions like that: and, or, but, so, if, because, however, yet, firstly, secondly, next, in addition, finally, in conclusion, for, above all, although, though, whether. See, WHETHER. So don't get confused with WEATHER, both are different. Until, um, even though, nevertheless, otherwise, provided that. Now, after having known these things, expressions, or phrases, or conjunctions, we are going to know how to introduce the topic about speech writing. And after the welcome address and the introduction of the speaker, there comes the presentation of the topic. Here are some useful introductory phrases. So these you can use, they are very helpful and they are going to support you. Like today I am here to talk to you about, then you can add the topic, putting it in within inverted commas. What I am going to talk about today is, I would like to take this wonderful opportunity to talk to you about. I'm highly delighted to be here today to tell you about, like this. And then starting point, after all this preparation, you can finally get started with the main part of the presentation. The ensuing means following. The ensuing phrases will help you with that. Let me start with some general information on this topic. Let me begin by explaining why, how. I would like to give you some background information about. Before I start, does anyone know? As you are all aware, I think everybody has heard about, but hardly anyone knows a lot about. If you want to put emphasis, you can use these expressions, these part of sentences. Now here, to ensure that your presentation doesn't sound monotonous from time to time, you should emphasize certain points. Here are some suggestions, like it should be emphasized that, this is very useful, it should be emphasized that, or it should be stressed, I would like to draw your kind attention. And here you can use the word kind between your and attention to this point. Another significant point is that the significance of this is important because we have to remember that. Now we are coming to conclusion part of speech writing. At the end of the presentation, you should summarize the important facts once again. Using these things, I would like to conclude by, in conclusion, let me sum up my main points. Weighing the pros and cons, I come to the conclusion that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening or your attention. Thank you all for your listening. It was a pleasure being here today. Well, that is from me. Thank you very much. That brings me to the end of my address. Thanks for your attention. So this way we have completed the first video on speech writing. It has two parts. First about writing skills, how to develop writing skills, and second a short description about writing speech. And in the coming video we will discuss with some examples of writing speech, model answer, and some questions will be there for practicing. So I would like to say thanks to everybody for watching this video, and hope this may be a kind of help to you so that you can find yourself more comfortable to write speech. Thank you. We are going to meet for the second video.